honor is the truth. Without either, you're both in trouble, you know. So, but they've lost that. I haven't lost mine. I just haven't surrendered. I'm standing here in 1944. They said the war's over, but I don't believe it. No one told me it was over. No one that was in the truth told me it was over. All them liars went down the road and said it was over, but no one that I knew that was telling me the truth said it was over. So I guess it's not over as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, well, you got to start all over. And starting all over, you see that other people started all over, you know. And they started, and when they started, they tried. And when they tried, everyone said they failed, you know. Guy got out of prison, right? And he started doing an order thing, you know, put things in order for the atmosphere, the water, the trees, wildlife, animals. And in putting this in order, he came across the people who didn't want it put in order, that they wanted deception, and that they fed on lies, that they sold and bought deceit, treachery, and that was their business. Their business was war. Their business was destroying other people's lives. They lived on the blood of children. So this man tried to put some order into it and was pushed off into a world war, because you learn, if you are a man of the mind and you think long enough, you come to the same conclusions that the only way you can put order into the world or anything as far as that's concerned, you must take control of it. If you're going to fix a car, you have to have the car to fix it. If you're going to fix the world, you have to have control of the world to fix it. You can't stop cutting the trees down in Georgia and not stop cutting the trees down in Maine. You can't stop cutting the rainforest in Brazil and not stop cutting the rainforest in Oregon State. You've got to stop cutting trees down, period. There's no slack. There's no in-between. There's no controversy. There's no attitude. There's nothing towards it, but you must stop cutting the trees down or we're all going to die. So, survival is the center in the vortex of justice. Laws and rules, regulations are made to serve man, to serve survival. So to serve survival, we must start all over and take stock on all the graveyards and look at why have we been fighting all these years? What have we been struggling for? They always cover it up and never let us really know what the problem is. They'll cover it up with all kinds of confusion and never let the children know what's really going on. They just buy and sell their blood. And now it's come to the generation of children. It's like the man said, if you cut those trees, your children are not going to survive. And the man said, well, let them worry about that. I need the money now. And that now is dead. That now doesn't mean anything. That now is running in the money. The reality of that now is that we are the children. And we're the ones that have to worry about what other people have done before us. So it all falls due. They say that the Holocaust was in the 30s and 40s from Germany. That's untrue. Man's war against man is not a Holocaust. That's a war. That's man's war against himself. God's war against man is the Holocaust. And what's coming now is God's war against man. The balance of what life is and what earth is and what man has done to that balance is coming back around and turning around in the ecology. You can't cut 3 billion trees every morning and expect to maintain life support systems on the spaceship Earth, because without those trees, we're all doomed. And it's the same thing with the ocean. All the contents of the ocean is becoming so polluted and so distorted by man's dumping and puking off into the atmosphere atmosphere that he's got to stop all that. So when we of the 60s, the children of the 60s, tried to stop the wars of the past in the economy and start all over and get order into function of where we could have some say-so over the land, rather than let the misguided money mongers that do nothing but make money and don't care about anything else but money take that from charge and put life instead, is difficult, because like the district attorney sold our efforts. He bought and sold the last chance we had for survival for the earth for his little helter-skelter trip, because he wants to control the black people and ride his big black horse and call himself a mafioso, which he's not a mafioso. He's a policeman. You can't be both. You can't be an underworld and an overworld also, you know. The Italians fell down. As usual, it's pretty traditional for those people to fall down, because they're always telling on each other or dropping the ball somewhere or another.